You want some of these, monkey? Don't go too far. I have done a video about sprouting grains and seeds in a jar before, but if you have a bigger flock, I'm gonna show you today a really easy way to grow a lot of sprouts for your chickens. And even if you have a small flock, you can grow them this way as well. And it's very easy and cheap. Hello friends, welcome to Chickenlandia. My name is Dahlia. I'm a backyard chicken educator, also known as the president of Chickenlandia. Raising chickens has been the best way for me to find peace and joy in my life, and I want to help you find that too. It is hotter than Hades outside. I think I can say that. Can I say that? So I am sitting here under my picnic bench with Monkey, and I'm gonna show you today how I sprout grains in a larger container. It is so easy. Sprouting grains, seeds, legumes, beans. This is a way for you to get fresh greens into your chickens, and it is such a nutritional powerhouse for them. It's giving them a lot of that same benefit that they would get if they were living on pasture, because it is just so good for them, and it's really easy to do. These are sprouts that I started, but they're not quite where I want them to be yet. But you can give your chickens sprouts from, you can just give them the seeds or the grains, but once you start sprouting them, they already start to get really nutritionally dense. So you can give them the sprouts anytime during the sprouting process, but I like to let them grow a little bit. But she likes them. All right, I'm gonna show you guys what to do, but first I'm gonna put Monkey back where she's supposed to be, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna show you first everything that you need to make this happen. You need 2 stackable containers. That's the easiest way to do it. So I have a couple of these containers. This already has some seeds in it, some grains in it. I have 2 of these containers. Usually everybody has a couple of these that they're not using in their house. So if you have a couple of these, they work perfect. Another thing that you could use is a bucket. Oh, hi, ladybug. Don't go near my chickens. Something like this you can use as well, and this also has, I started some sprouts in that. You need 1 solid lid for one of the containers. You don't actually have to close it while you're soaking the grains or seeds, which I'm gonna show you here in a minute, but if you wanna keep like bugs and stuff out of it, it's better to have a lid. It also might be a good idea to have some kind of mesh lid for it while the sprouts are growing to keep critters out of it and to keep bugs out of it. I don't have one of those right now, but it's a good idea to have one. You need enough grain or seeds to cover the bottom of the container about 1 inch. And today I'm using the organic barley from Scratch and Peck Feeds. This I found sprouts really well, and the chickens really like it, and it sprouts pretty fast. That's what I am using today, and I've already put it in the container. You'll see right here. In fact, it's already sprouting a little bit because I started this a couple days ago. Now, I didn't get any footage of me doing this, but it's pretty easy to explain. You want to get a utility knife or a drill and put a whole bunch of small holes on the bottom of your container. And the reason you're doing that is you want to be able to drain out the container. You really want the grains or the seeds to not be like sitting in water for a long time. You want it to drain really well. So you might have to put some cheesecloth on the bottom of it if you're using really small seeds. On this one, I have holes. Gosh, can you even see that? There's a hole right there, and you'll see it's not very big, but it's not like super small either, but it's just enough so that the water will drain out, and the grains, since I'm using large grains in this container, they don't really fall out of it. It just needs to be able to drain. I hope all this makes sense. So once you have drilled the holes in container 1, we're gonna call the container with the holes container 1, and you filled it with about 1 inch worth of grains or seeds, you're going to rinse them thoroughly, and then you want to place container 1 into container 2, and that's the container without the holes, and fill container 1 with enough water to where it's really covering all the grains or seeds. And then you can cover that and put it in an area where the temperature is pretty mild. You don't want to put it in a really hot place or a really cold place, but you're going to put it in pretty much a room temperature area without direct sunlight and leave it there and let it soak for at least 12 hours. I usually do mine for about 24 hours, but 12 hours seems to be good. What you want during this soaking process is for the germination process to begin. So you will see the seeds or the grains start to crack open, and that's what you want to see happen during this soaking period. That's really the goal during that period, is to start that germination process. After the soaking period of 12 to 24 hours, you're going to remove container 1 from container 2 and then rinse your seeds or grains and drain them really well. And this is a process that you're going to do twice a day. You're going to rinse your grains or seeds, make sure they drain really well. You can put container 1 back into container 2, and if you have a mesh lid, put that on top of it. And then you're just going to set it aside in a sunny area that isn't too hot. So you don't want it to be over 80 degrees in that area because that will kind of cook the seeds, but you want it to be nice and sunny and relatively warm. So usually the sweet spot is about 70 to 80 degrees. And honestly, like, that is basically it. And you can give your chickens the sprouts at any point in the sprouting process, but I like to wait until they have some nice greenery on them if I can. So that usually takes about maybe 5 to 7 days for them to have like a couple inches of that nice greenery growing out of them. And that's when I will give it to my chickens. Right now, I don't have any that are like that because I just started the sprouting process on these grains that I have here right now. So in order to see the final product and to see how my chickens like these sprouted grains, we're going to have to do what we do in Chickenlandia, and that is go back to the future. Okay, friends, I am in the future. I'm actually about 5 days into the future, and I want to show you these sprouts. They look amazing. So this took about 7 days. I am going to water these down because it's a hot day and I want to get a lot of hydration into my chickens. I haven't rinsed these this morning, but I'm going to rinse them right now so they get nice and hydrated, and then I will give them to my chickens and see if they like them. I'm actually going to give some to my free-range chickens first. I do have some free-range chickens. Jolene is free-ranging right now. This is Gooey, or Goo, she's free-ranging right now. And then Ping, where is she? Right there. She's free-ranging right now. And the reason why they're outside is because they've had illness. In fact, you can hear Gooey coughing or sneezing, some kind of respiratory reaction she's having. So when I have chickens that are doing well enough to be outside, but they really shouldn't be with the flock, they live in my Omelet Pro, which is right here, and they free range whenever I can let them free range. And I'm outside so much in the summer, like I let them out. They have a pretty good life right now. And Jolene, yeah, I don't know what, you know, she had that respiratory thing and it kind of comes and goes, but she's doing pretty well. I just don't want her living right in the middle of the flock when she's got something going on. Okay, you guys want some of this? I'm gonna set this down for you. You can come get it whenever. I think they like it. They're being kind of rude to each other about it. You guys be nice. So this is a lot of sprouts. I've got a lot of sprouts to feed to my chickens. They'll probably take a couple days to eat these. These are so good for them. I just feel really good about giving them something that is so packed with nutrition. But you might have a smaller flock and, you know, making this many sprouts, they're gonna end up going bad before the chickens get a chance to eat all of them. So if that's the case for you, you only have a few chickens, then you should really do the sprouts in a jar. And that's so easy. I have a video all about it. Guess what? It's on the screen right now. It's 100% friendly. Backyard chickens, education and entertainment. And I know you're gonna love it. Go get some sprouts, baby Ivar. Go get some sprouts, honey. Stop chasing her.